Hi, my name is Martin King. I'm one of the senior fluid systems designers here at Legacy Chillers. Today we're fielding a question from Bob in Delaware. He had some questions regarding fan cycle control in a process chiller. Well, we're going to be answering that question now. We're going to be covering on-off control as well as variable fan speed control or VFD drive control. They both have their advantages. Again, like all of these videos that we produce, at the very end there'll be some opportunities for you to submit your questions to us, because these videos are all about you guys. We're trying to get our answers out there so you further understand process chillers. Thanks again for stopping in and enjoy the video.
This SmartDrop video is going to be covering our standard on-off fan cycle control that comes on all of our process chillers. This feature basically helps the chiller maintain a consistent head pressure. So I'm going to do a brief explanation on how this works. Before I do, I'd like to give a quick review of how our control architecture looks like, right? So this is a very standard control drawing that we do. So the first item here is our HMI touchscreen. This is an ultra bright, high resolution touchscreen. It has a built-in web server, a ton of features. And this is our PLC. This is the brains of the outfit. And you'll notice that the PLC itself has inputs and outputs on it. And this first analog card is the thermistor card. So this particular card will measure in temperatures. So this is connected to all the various thermistors that are on our chillers to measure temperature. And the next card here is our transducer card. So this particular card just reads pressures. In this case, this is a fairly small, fairly simple chiller. It's a single circuit, so you'll have one refrigeration discharge and one suction. You'll notice as we have different models of chillers, this particular card will populate out with different types of pressure measurement. And then we have a couple of output cards here. So this is an 8 output card. This is a 18 output card. You'll notice there's a lot of open spaces on here. That's by design. Basically what we do is we have a ton of options on each one of our chillers. And so we populate these pre-assigned outputs based on the features the customers purchased. All right, so standard fan on-off control is fairly simple. What we do is in the touchscreen, we have some default pressure values, and there's two values on-off control. There is your set point, and then there's your differential, right? So you can adjust those if you like. We don't recommend it unless you have some special application. So basically the way it works is, for example, is you'll have 225 psi, which will be your target head pressure, and you'll have, let's say, a differential of 50. All right. So what happens is when the compressor starts, the PLC is reading in real time what this discharge pressure actually is, right? So what it's going to do is it's going to hold the output for the fan motor. And you'll notice here we have two outputs, and this particular chiller has two fans, so you'll have two separate set points. What will happen is it'll allow the head pressure to rise until you get to set point plus differential. So for example, if we have a 225 psi target and we have a 50 psi differential, it'll allow the pressure to get to 275 psi. Then the PLC will say, okay, I want fan 1 to operate. Right? And then what will happen is that fan will run, and your head pressure will come down. And if it gets down to 225 psi or below, it'll shut that fan off, right? So it'll allow your pressure to come up and down. Now, this feature is actually good. A lot of our competitors don't even offer fan speed control, or excuse me, on-off speed control. Sometimes they'll sell it as an option. This is standard on all of our chillers. We also have an upgraded version of fan control, which is a VFD fan control, and we do have a SmartDrop video covering that. But that's how on-off fan cycle operates on our process chillers. And thanks for stopping in on this SmartDrop video, and hopefully this information has been helpful to you.
All right, well, that's your SmartDrop educational video for today. Thanks again for stopping in and hanging out with us for a little bit. If you have any questions that we can answer for you,
Please don't forget to submit to our LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter feeds. You can also go to our website and submit questions to us there. We're looking forward to working with you. And if you happen to have any process chiller needs, we're here to guide you through the process to a successful project. Thanks again. My name is Martin King. I'm with Legacy Chillers, and I'm happy to meet you.